Hello everyone, I am Dr. J. Savita, Associate Professor, Dr. NGP Arts and Science College, Coimbatore. So today in this video, we are going to discuss about arrays and functions of PHP. There are some essential factors in PHP. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, but the original name is Personal Homepage. It is a server-side scripting language. It means it is executed on the server. The client applications, they do not need to have installed. All the files are saved with the .php extension. So all the development codes is enclosed with the tags. It is an open source and cross-platform software. It is created by Rasmus Layoff in the year 1994. It is widely used and it is an open source scripting language. They are executed on the web server. It costs nothing. It is free to download and use. They can contain text, HTML, CSS, JavaScript and PHP code. The codes are executed on the server and the result is written to the browser as a plain HTML. So what are you going to do with the PHP? It can generate dynamic page content of a file. It can create, open, read, write, delete and close files on the server. It can collect data. It can send and receive cookies. It can add, delete, modify data in your database. It can restrict the user to access some pages. It can encrypt data. What are the unique features of PHP? It runs on the various platforms and it supports the wide range of databases. It's very easy to learn and it runs effectively on the server side. It is free to download and to use. It's compatible with all other servers. The history. It is originally created in the year 1994. First publicly released version is on the year 1995. It is a combination of interpreter and binary format. It can able to communicate with the databases. It has enabled the building of dynamical web applications. It includes Perl-like variables, form handling and ability to handle your HTML. PHP 3, it is scripting code rewritten. PHP 4, it has been introduced as a scripting language in the year 2000. And PHP 5, it is introduced in the year 2013. These are some of the web pages developed using PHP. More than 20 million internet domains are posted on the servers with the PHP installed. There are some significant examples for that. Your Facebook, your Wikipedia, Yahoo and Yearbook. These are some examples of PHP. Next, you are going to discuss about arrays in PHP. In PHP, the array function is used to create the array. It stores multiple values in one single variable of same data type. The index starts from 0. There are three types of arrays. First one is index arrays, second one is associative array and third one is multidimensional arrays. Arrays with numeric index are called indexed arrays. Index arrays are indexed by the values. Arrays with named keys are called as associative arrays. Arrays which contain by itself is called as a multidimensional array. So these are some of the examples of indexed arrays. In the above example, $cars is equal to array Volvo, BMW, Toyota. So Volvo, BMW, Toyota, they are the values of array and cars is the name of an array. So 0, 1 and 2, they are called as a index. So next comes to associate array. In associate array, in the above example, age is a array name, Peter, 35, they are the key values to be accessed. So next associate array. So here age is a name of associate array, Peter 35. So the key value Peter is used to access the value of an array 35. Next is multidimensional array. In the above example, families is the name of an array. And Griffin is a name of array. Another Griffin is an array. It has been used inside the array name called as families. So it is a multi-dimensional array. Next comes to PHP functions. Besides the built-in functions, we can create our own functions in PHP. A function is a block of statements that can be repeatedly used in the program. A function will not execute immediately when the page loads. The function will be executed by a call. A user-defined function declaration starts with the word function. The syntax function, function name, open bracket, code to be executed, close bracket. The function name can start with a letter or an underscore, not a number. A function name is not case sensitive. The opening curly braces indicates the beginning of the function code and closing curly braces indicates the end of the function. The function outputs hello world. So in the above example, write message is a function name. Next, function arguments. Arguments are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis. You can add as many as arguments as you want just to separate it by them with a comma. So in the above example, family name of the function and $f name is the arguments. Next comes to function return values. So the function can return the values by the return function. So here in the above example, function is a keyword, sum is the name of the function and $x and $y. They are called as arguments or parameters. Open braces, $z is equal to $x plus $y. So these are the parameters used. Return $z. So return keyword, it returns the value to the function sum. It returns the value of z to the function sum. Next, function return values. In PHP, variables can be declared anywhere in the script. The scope of the variable is a part of the script where the variable can be referred or used. PHP has three types of variable scopes. The first one is local, second one is global and third one is static. First is local variables. The variables declared within a function are called as local variables is that it has a scope only in that particular function. In simple words, it cannot be accessed outside the function. So this is an example program for your local variables. Here $sum is equal to 60, it is a local variable. It is declared outside the particular function. Local underscore variable var is a name of the function used and this is the variable that is declared outside. So it is called as a local variables. And this variable can be accessed anywhere in the program. Next is global variables. The variables declared outside the function are called as global variables. These variables, they can be accessed directly outside the function. To get access within a function, we need to use the global keyword before the variable to refer to the global variable. So here this is an example for global variables. Here $sum is used as a global variable. Here the sum value is being declared here. $sum is equal to 20 and it is again declared as declared or specified as a global variable inside the function with a keyword called as global $sum. It indicates that the variable num is a global variable. Next, static variable. It is a characteristic of PHP to delete the variable. Once it completes its execution and the memory is freed, but sometimes we need to store the variables even after the completion of function execution. To do this, we use static keyword and the variables and then we call it as a static variables. So this is an example for static variable. Static $num is equal to 5. So it indicates that $num is a static variable and it should be prefixed by the keyword called as static. So this is an output of the particular program. Next, returning errors from functions. You can return the error using the return function. User defined function can also return errors like predefined function. So here is an example. It returns true value and here it returns the false value. Thank you.